You want a war? You're going to get one.
Drop it.
What was that? He had enough time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
only Cowboys game.
You
The brother
literally.
screwed us. The brother screwed us. We had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
You're the way, King Dingbat here, and Dallas still stinks. That's right, they still stink. Even after all that talk last week, they still got their ass kicked by the Carolina Panthers. What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? I am starting to lose my voice. I don't know why. I woke up. My voice is going, so I apologize. But what is going on, Will? How are you? Martin, Stinky Fish, Mean Metal Mike Casper, Donnie, Rico. Thank you guys so much for being here. We got royalty in the house. Barbie, the doll princess of YouTube, is here. What is up? Luke Bradshaw, Rocco, what's going on, my man? Gabe, Troy, everybody that's in here that just came in, thank you guys so much for being here. I wanted to wait until after Nick Sirianni's press conference to come on and talk. And what I got out of it was absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The only thing I can say is, I don't know if it's me, but man, he sounds dejected. I don't know if he's got a cold, if he's just tired, if he was smoking weed. I don't know what was going on, but dude, he sounds like low energy today, man. I don't know what's going on with him. You know, I definitely don't know. AJ does it. The brother screwed us. Yes, he did.
The brother screwed us.
Can you guys hear that when I play that, by the way? We the ones, what's going on? How are you? Casper said, no energy. Didn't it sound like it? I mean, dude sounds dejected, man. Nick needs to be dancing and rerunning it up, saying, yo, we are going to kick some Viking ass this week. That's what I want to hear. You know what I mean? Saying, what's up, Go Birds? What's going on, my man? These press conferences are always like that, terrible and unlistenable. Yeah, I know, but usually, like, I don't know, he just sounded down today. And maybe he's got a cold, lose his voice like me. I don't know. You know, it's something's up. Something is up with this team. And I don't know what it is. You know, I was thinking of something, though, and I'll bring it up to you guys. I'll ask this question because we have all this talk of Hurts and the offense and the coaches and this and that. How many of you think that Jalen Hurts actually wants to run the offense that we're running? And that part of the problem is that he doesn't want to go off from it. Is that a possibility? Because it's something I never really thought about until this morning when I was sitting there after making babies. I was thinking, man, maybe Hurts wants this offense. And that's part of the problem. What do you guys think? Trade deadline is like week 9, something like that. That's why I hate the Philly media. Always talk big on their shows, but they only ask softball questions. Yeah, they're scared. They're scared to lose their press pass. How he screwed us. Ain't kidding. Death by press conference. I don't know. It just seemed down to me. We were at the same point last year, except we weren't number 1 in the NFC East. This point last year, it takes time for a new offensive coordinator. It does. And here's what I'll say. I went back and watched the the Buccaneers game, and I watched a little bit of the Denver game, and I watched that Giants game as hard as that was to watch. And all I could say is there are people giving Hurts way too much blame, and then there's people not giving Hurts enough blame. He is very culpable in this. He's not the main reason, in my opinion, but he's definitely a part of the problem. They all got to be better. Philly, what is taking Howie Solo to make a splash? Teams don't want to deal right now. Teams want to see if they're still in the race. They still have a chance at the playoffs. You got to wait until you get a look. Like, you need to be like a week out before the deadline. Then you start to see, WIP said Patullo and Nick aren't talking too much. Yeah, it didn't sound good. As Philly said, they need to get back to being a run-first team. Keep running. They will trade AJ next season. Got to pay JD and JC next season. I have no interest in trading AJ Brown next year, but it could happen. It could happen. Luke says Jermaine Johnson is the guy. He's definitely up there. Tyler, thank you for the super chat. Jalen Hurts said the offense looks how Jalen wants it to look. Hold his ass responsible. Yeah, if he said that, then we got a problem. Because if he wants the offense the way it is, and that's why they're not changing it, then he's definitely responsible for this, or one of the guys, because this offense is unsustainable. I had a dream the Eagles, and thank you for that super chat, by the way, man, I appreciate it. I had a dream the Eagles trade for a big-time pass rusher. I like that dream. I hope that dream happens. 125 says, God bless you. God bless you too, my man. We got 338 people, but less than 100 likes. My ass is going to get throttled. Hit that like. Truancy, what's going on, man? We got beat by the Jets and Bucks last year around this time. And Hurts led the league in turnovers. He threw his first interception Thursday. Hurts needs to be better, yes, but the sky isn't falling. I agree. Sky isn't falling. There's plenty of blame to go around on the quarterback, the coaches, the offensive line, injuries. We've got a lot of things that got to be fixed. No question about it. And I'm not in panic mode yet. Maybe if they lose to Minnesota, they trade AJ Hurts before they trade AJ. They trade Hurts before AJ. I don't know about that. Grown-ass millionaires acting like kids, right? Steelers are interested in AJ Brown. I'm sure a lot of teams are interested in AJ Brown. But if you trade AJ Brown, you have then said, we give up on the season. If you trade AJ Brown, you give up on the season. There's no ands, if, or buts. You are not going to win a Super Bowl if you trade AJ Brown. I'm just telling you right now, it won't happen. So if you're okay with giving up on the season, then trade AJ Brown. Otherwise, you keep him. God, if we lose the Cards, the sky is full. Yeah, right? You ain't kidding. AJ Brown, I don't know why you would want to trade AJ Brown. I mean, I guess you guys like the umbrella man. His mom carrying the umbrella. Woo! It's hot out here. Mom, carry my umbrella. I don't want that shit. That's what we go back to, though. If I would drink some lemon tea, yeah, I will. I'm going to have to drink something hot. Forget about Tanner. If any players get traded, it will be him. At the end of the year. Nah, you didn't miss nothing. We're just talking shit today. We got mini AJ Brown, Darius Cooper. He's not ready, though. He's not ready. If you want to trade AJ Brown, you have to do it in the offseason when you can go out and add another receiver. But if you do it this year, you're done. You're saying, see you later. Season's over. J.J. McCarthy practiced this week. He may play. Who would you rather play, Wentz or McCarthy? Wentz. I'd rather play Wentz. I want to kick his ass. I want Wentz. Philly, who do you want Howie to trade for? I would like Bradley Chubb. I think Bradley Chubb is the best bet. I think he's a little older, so he's not going to be as expensive. You could use a veteran presence. He's played under Vic Fangio's system, so he knows it. So I think the transition will be smoother. And he's got 4 sacks on the year. I would go Chubb. I just see no fire from any of the players. We need C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I agree. I'm with you. I mean, I would. Dude, he posted a message maybe last night. I thought he was retiring. I thought it was going to go down to retiring, but it didn't. It pulled back at the end. We're not treating nobody like they need to be transparent with what they want to play. Play me some passion. I agree. And they're always going to get away with stuff with this media. You think a team will be dumb and give us a 1? No. A 1 for AJ? No. I mean, he's what, 29 years old? He'll be 29? No. Maybe a 2nd or 3rd. But you got to do that. No, I'm not ill. My voice is going. I think I've been talking so much the last few days. It just all the talking and the live streams, I think they're all catching up to me. So if I get your ass on the defensive line and we'll go on a run for you, you know it. At the very least, I'll elbow some mother humpers. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be bending cowboy helmets. Chubb's 29. He'll be 30 in June. So, I mean, for a couple years, why not? Yeah, Woogie going down. Down, Woogie, go. Justin, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. He goes, our cornerbacks suck now. CJ Gardner-Johnson to the slot. Coop outside, fix. It couldn't hurt. Our offense is in the hot seat. They know it. Yeah, I think they know it. They made major mistakes. Major mistakes this offseason. Everything Howie did's backfired. Will you like Woolen? I wouldn't mind him, but I think you need a defensive end. Like, I think you need an edge rusher more than a corner. As bad as the corner is, you got major problems at defensive end. You like George Pickens? I think he's a good player. He's a Cowboy now, so, I can't like him. Bro, we're not trading A.J. Brown. His cap is over $30 million. Nobody going to pay that. I agree, Corey. I'm with you. We need the guys we draft to step up. Yeah, shit. You ain't kidding. You just shot a rye whiskey. You'll feel like $1 million afterwards. Dude, I'll be crazy, dude. Agati, thank you for super chat. Cut Tank. Never let him return kicks again. Dude, I've never seen a team that can't catch a ball on a kick return. It's unbelievable. If it's not him, it's Mechie. They stink. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you're right. Jacob Sports, what's going on? What up, 500? We need a W this week, or things could get. Things will get really ugly. It'll be mass meltdown if they lose this week. It's going to get ugly. I thought Sirianni looked low energy today, though. Fill you off today? No. I've already put 4 hours in. 5 o'clock this morning. Soros owns. I thought you said Sonos owns WIP. I was gonna say, nah, I'm not sick. Just losing my voice. I think all the streams are catching up to me. I sound great. I sound like. You act like the Eagles are the only team inconsistent and struggling. No, I don't. They're just the only team I care about. I don't care about the other teams. You had 2 edge rushers, right? Bro, the whole defense is falling apart. Howie did not make any moves to bolster defense. Everything he's done has backfired. Ojulari, Uche, nothing. You lose Sweat. He's got, 5 sacks. Isaiah Rodgers, one of the best corners in the league now. Everything's backfired. We just got to keep going. I don't know why Howie tried to fix something that wasn't broken. He was trying to save money. Is what he was trying to do. He was thinking about 2026 and not 2025. I agree with that, brother. Bring them back. We'll bring the dogs together. I like that. I think Steen stinks. Need a right guard, cornerback, 2 edge, Chubb, and Arden Key. Arden Key's interesting. You don't hear that name much. I would love it. I think Chubb is the guy you got to go get. Tank need to be traded to a running back team. Y'all think we beat the Vikings? I've lost faith. Oh, we're winning. We're winning that game. We're going to win. The Eagles are going to come out. I expect them to come out angry and pissed off. I think they're going to play their best game of the year, and I think they're going to start getting back on track. If they do not win, and they come out flat, and they come out looking like they got no fight like the Giants, we are back in 2023. It is full 2023. Kraken says 500 sounds like he already been screaming at the game Sunday when the Vikings put 50 on us for L. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my voice today. It's just starting to go. Somebody said we need to sign Bradbury. If you want to give up massive yards more, just sign him. Yeah, Xander's in the house, the legend. The legend. I should be on Cilio's show today. It's going to be a busy day. We should trade for Max Crosby in the corner from Cleveland. Yeah, I don't think Crosby is available. I know that everybody's talking about Crosby, but I don't think he's available. I really don't. I don't see it. It's the Eagles making you sick. Yeah, I don't feel sick at all. I feel good. I mean, I'm ready to run 10 miles, eat about 15 cheeseburgers. I'll curl Big Macs. I'm ready to go. Just my voice. I just think I've been streaming so much, talking all day. Justin, thank you for Super Chat. I told you Rodgers was best, but you shut me down. My bad. I apologize. You're right. I did. I said to myself, if the Eagles don't like Rodgers enough where they're going to give Ringo a chance, he must not be worth it. I was wrong. You were right, Justin. My apologies. Yeah, Trey Hendrickson's a possibility. However, like some people say that he wouldn't be a good fit with Fangio. He wouldn't like what Fangio asked him to do. I think Chubb is more of like a easier transition. I really have a strong feeling weird about to have a strong second half of football, and you're about to see our Eagles go right back to the Super Bowl. I think so too. I mean, I think they're either going to right the ship and go back, or we're going to collapse again. I don't think there's in between. I don't think there's any in between. But I think we'll right the ship. I don't see angry because they know AJ was right and the coaching sucks. Yeah, my question today, though, is does Hurts want this offense? Does Hurts want this offense to be what we're doing? And does he look at it and go, oh, offense is fine, we're just not executing? Because if he's not about changing it, they're not going to change it. Who do you think is playing? I think it'll be Wentz. Simmons would have been a good get in training camp to help the rookies. In my opinion, Brown and Makuba would have been in a better position, but they also wouldn't have had as much playtime either. Yeah, well, you can get rid of Sidney Brown for all I care. I think he stinks, and I don't say that to be mean. I just don't think he's any good. I just don't. Drink some hot tea. Sure, yeah, I will later. Thomas says, Philly, I love your optimism, but I remember how every game at the end of 23 was get right game, and get right never came. Yeah, I know. My only reason why I feel good is because 2024, they won the Super Bowl. I gotta give them some leeway to get this thing right. Don't we gotta give them something like to get right? Someone teach Keely Ringo and Adore the Eagles song, especially the part, hit them low, hit them high, and watch the Eagles. Oh my God, that's so true. That's right. That's hilarious. Mad Titan, man, thank you for Super Chat. Hey, my friend, thanks for your daily live stream. We cannot lose to the pimple popper. Yeah, we can't be losing to Woogie. Woogie from Something About Mary is Carson Wentz. We just need everyone to get their heads out their asses and play football. Yeah, I agree. Drew, what's going on? 8500. Honey, hot tea for your throat. Go Birds. Yeah, I'll grab some later. The football gods was on our side. We can't keep hoping other teams lose to help us. We got to put away the game when we play. I agree. This year and next year will be a $40 million cap hit for AJ. I don't think we'll trade him. They won't trade him this year. If they do it in the off season, they'll redo his contract. He'll redo his contract, then they'll trade him. But I don't want to trade him. I don't know why anybody wants to trade him. If your offense is struggling already with AJ Brown, it's not going to get better without him. Bro, your chat is a cancer 500 pure brain rot today. Some of these folks haven't a clue. That's okay. It's okay. Difference of opinion never hurt anybody. Difference of opinion, even as crazy as it is, never hurt anybody. I say argue and debate, and let's do it. Carlos, thank you for the super chat. Damn, Phil, you sound like my ex at 6. I know, I feel like it. I don't know what's going on with my voice. It's progressively got worse all day. But I'm not sick. I don't feel sick. I feel good, ready to go. I'm ready to double moonwalk some Cowboys' ass. What do you all believe? Are we the 2023 team that collapses after 10-1 record? Or are we the 2024 that won the Super Bowl after starting 2-2? I think this game, Minnesota game, answers that. I think we're going to know after the Vikings game. I really do. Because what I saw on Thursday was a team that had no fight. They look like 2023 Eagles. So if they come out like that again, we got a problem. Oh, now it's all Hurts' fault. What cowards? It's not Hurts' fault. Hurts has to take some responsibility, but I don't think it's primarily Hurts' fault. However, if he's unwilling to adjust his offense and he has a say, that's a problem. If he's unwilling to work with the guys to fix it, that would be a problem. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that it seems like he would have a lot of power with the offensive coordinators and the coach to change things. So I expect him to do it. Hurts had a bad game versus the Vikings. He's been inconsistent at times. He's not the main problem, though. Far from it. Yeah, I'm not sick. I don't feel sick at all. I feel good. I just losing my voice. I mean, I think we've been streaming a lot. The football games. Then, every day last night I was on Bird Gang 31's channel. So I haven't shut up in like days. Watch Inside the Birds with Greg Crusoe and the issues on the offensive line. He points out the biggest issues with the offensive line right now and runs, not predictability. I think predictability is part of it, but I think the offensive line masks a lot of those problems. Like, if you want to tell me, if you ask me the list of problems in order, I would say offensive line 1, number 2, predictability in the offensive coordinator and the play calling. 3, I would say Hurts. 4, I would say injuries. That would be my order of blame. But it's never one thing. It's always multiple things. Ricola, yeah, I don't got any of those. Give Hurts stilt so he can see over the O-line. Well, you know how you do that. You know how you beat that, right? You just drop back further. That's what they used to do with Breeze. They just made his drop back further. Man Titan Denver Super Chat. He says, throat coat tea, pause. We got 530 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you guys being here. I do. A1 says, love what you do, Philly. Go Birds. Thank you, man. JJ Irvin says, the white rerun will clear up your voice. It's not getting better. It's getting worse. I'm going to have to go on Sill's show today and do sign language. Now, I'll see Mark Holmes and I'll get all fired up. Phil, you sound like, again, no, I don't have that. I can't get it again. I'm like immune for 6 months. Ain't I immune for 6 months? It's not that. That always starts with a headache. I get a really bad headache all day I can't get rid of. I don't feel sick at all. Just losing my voice. Philly, the momentum of this season can shift so much if we go into the bye. 6-2, we look good. Green Bay, yeah. Well, I think the next 2 games are get-right games. And then you get a bye week. Then you come back with Green Bay and Detroit. That's when your season begins. That's when we're going to know what you really are. Difference of opinion? No, they just blurt out pure stupidity with no context. Well, then call them out on it. Call them out on it. Yeah, your voices sounded like that. I think you're right about that, dude. I'm not going to argue with you there. I need that shot. Yeah. If I die, we lose to Woogie. I'll die if we lose to Woogie. The screams will start. Told you we should have kept Wentz. Oh, God. Yeah, I should have kept Wentz, my ass. Eagles are winning. They're going to win. They're going to win. Gunny Mac, man, thank you for the super chat. Why not play a large 4-man front with Davis and Carter in the middle, Ojomo and Robinson on the edge? Where has the Vanilla Gorilla been all year? They don't think he's ready to play. They don't think he's ready to play, and I don't know how effective Ojomo or Robinson would be on the edge. Like it would give you size, but I don't know how effective they would be at rushing on the edge. That's the truth. The only win we get in the next 3 is the bye week. Well, you're talking total collapse then. You're talking total collapse. I don't think we're going to go total collapse. I really don't. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys this right now. I'll show you. This is my plan for this weekend. ProfitX is the ultimate sports prediction market. Dive into peer-to-peer plays, create your own odds, and face off with fellow fans for bigger thrills and better payouts through exciting sweepstakes. Legal in 40 states. It's the smartest way to play. Get started now with promo code Philly500 and score up to $200 in ProfitX cash. That's $200 in ProfitX cash. Just use promo code Philly500. Let me know how it goes. You must be of legal age. Void where prohibited. All right, so let me show you what I'm doing this weekend, right? Here's what I'm doing. You got the Eagles and Minnesota. Eagles are -2-point favorites. The over-under is 43. I believe there will be points scored in this game, especially if Q doesn't play. So I think the play of the week, take the Eagles -2 and under 43, or over 43 rather. Take the over. You do that, I think you're good to go. Eagles will win, and they will hit the over in this game. That's what I'm doing. You can check out ProfitX. Get $200 of ProfitX cash. Just use promo code Philly500. It's simple. Eagles and the over. Easy win. Easy money. Easy money. Eagles are winning. Brandon, thank you for the super chat, my man. Yo, 500, we needed you and Joey to replace our corners. I don't think you want me at cornerback, dude. I'll tackle better than Ringo, but I won't catch nobody. I'll be 8 yards back. What happens if we collapse again and we don't win another game? Will we get a high draft pick? Oh, I think you got to clean house, a coaching staff on the offensive side. Like, you got to get rid of all the offensive coaches. Vikings run cover 2, and that coverage that Jalen struggles with the most. So what they said about Tampa, and he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad at all. What happened to your voice? I'm losing my voice. I'm just losing it. I don't know why. It just started going. I think they scored all 43 without Q playing. You think the Eagles score, or you think Minnesota? I guarantee if Carter gets to Wentz and knocks him on his ass a couple times, Wentz won't be right the rest of the game. Oh, I agree. The under 43. Well, if Q's not playing and you got Ringo and Adoree, Vikings should be able to move the ball through the air. The Eagles will have to keep up and score. I like the over. Yeah, I like the over. It sounds like Marge Sisters. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry my voice is so bad. It's getting actually worse, but it is what it is. You know, you gotta show up, man. The show must go on. James says, "What up, Philly? You sick again?" No. It's been like 2.5 weeks. You were sick. Laugh out loud. Get better, bud. But Jefferson and neighbors gonna have a field day. Jackson sucks. Ringo sucks. Well, yeah, Jefferson will. I'm not sick at all. I feel great. Hurts had a bad half against the Giants, and now he's a problem. Did we all forget the first half until we went back to the normal BS? He had a bad game. He didn't have a bad half. It was a bad game, but Hurts is not the main problem. I don't think so. I think it's the coordinator and the coach. To be honest with you, I think it's the play calling. I think it's the play design. And the question is does Hurts want the offense they're running? Because then that's a problem. DC, what's up? BMO, thank you for super chat. What's going on, 500? We can't diss Wentz. He's still part of one of our Super Bowls, and he still holds the record for the most yards and touchdowns as an Eagle. No, I'm not going to diss him. I'm just going to ring his bell a few times. You know what I mean? Just going to knock him around, and then we can shake hands and hug. But until then, you got to take him out. Thank you for the super chat. But no, Wentz, in all seriousness, you got to respect what he did. I helped us win a Super Bowl. I always will. This is our revenge game for us for all these years we suffer with Wentz. Agreed. Stop kissing the girls at cheerleaders, Philly. You know? 500, you sound like crying from Teenage Mutant. Dude, I don't even know who that is. I feel like I sound like Red Fox right now. The big dummy. Wentz revenge game. Nah. Wentz had his chance at revenge with Washington. It didn't work. All this hurts for hates, but if he wins the Super Bowl again, they jump on the wagon. Yeah, absolutely. We are only missing one lineman, so there's no excuse for it not being able to run the ball. I think Cam Jurgens is hurt too, though. Like, I don't think he's healthy. And I also think where they run is very predictable. But we'll see. Guys, I got a massive headache and only cures Eagles win 500. You'll get it. We're going to win this week. We will win this week. No question about it. I believe that, man. Remember what Thielen did to Coop last year? Yeah, I do. Question is does Coop remember? And did he learn from it? Is this game the Eagles right? The offense play? I hope so. I think they got to start righting the ship now. I don't think you can wait. It's got to be now. Philly, how he needs to trade somebody that's a splash. Bradley Chubb. That's the move. Bradley Chubb is the move. If you could get him, he comes in. He knows the system. The kid from New Orleans, I would like to. No doubt about it. Justin, thank you for super chat. Lions scare me. Do they scare you? A little bit. I mean, not scared, but their offense is really good. I do think you can score on them, though. Like, I think their defense is very suspect. So the Eagles should be able to match score for score. if we can right our ship here. 500, do you think Howie is waiting for that date they mentioned for tests on Asante Samuel Jr. before pulling trigger? Maybe. I think a lot of teams are waiting though. You know, Froggy. Yeah. Dude, I don't know what's wrong with voice. I don't know. Isaiah Rodgers can hardly wait. No. Oh, I'm sure. Who keeps texting me? Sons of bitches. Gotta lower my volume here. I like Trey Hendrickson better than Chubb for 1 year. You can find a scheme first for the scheme in the offseason. I don't mind Trey Hendrickson. Only thing about Trey Hendrickson is, will he fit Fangio's system? Will he want to do what Fangio wants him to do? Chubb knows what to do. They have to add creative plays. Patullo had no clue what he's doing. Agreed. Joey, what's up, my man? He goes, we need to stop promoting within for offensive coordinator. We need to get a guy has zero aspirations to become a head coach. I'm tired of unproven guys that become offensive coordinator. Yeah, and then we're wasting a lot of talent. I agree. That's why Frank Reich is got to be a consideration. No. Be more, thank you for super chat. Think about it. Wentz threw for 4,000 yards with receivers who are not even playing anymore. I know. It's true. I thought Wentz at that 2020 season was starting to play good at the end, and then he got hurt in that playoff game, and that was it. That was it for him. He's never been the same since. And thank you for that super chat. NFL reality check. We just witnessed the Bills lose 2 straight like we have done. I don't see anyone calling Josh Allen's head, and you won't. They're not gonna do that with him. They will with Hurts, but they won't with Allen. It's just the way it is. We've been dealing with that for Hurts' career. Vikings already have an advantage because Isaiah knows that entire playbook. They haven't changed shit. Well, we're going to see. Isaiah Rodgers knows the team. That's true. Damn, we should not let him go. Yeah, I hate that we let him go. EC1, what's going on, man? How are you? We got 496 people in the chat. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Josh Prescott. Josh Allen's better than Prescott. I mean, Josh Allen at least won playoff games. He at least got to a championship game. Can't say that about Dak Prescott. He stinks. We need an edge rusher since preseason. Oh, yeah. We need an edge rusher bad. And I think you actually need 2, you know? So I think Bradley Chubb would be a great move. He would be good, and then you need another one. I would love to see Deuce as offensive coordinator or bring back Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator. That's how much I do not want Chip Kelly. You see the way he's using Genty. I do not want him as offensive coordinator. No. James says, why Eagle fans say Eagles won't trade Brown? Because his dead cap is over 40 before June 1st. Come on now. Denver dead cap on Wilson was 85 split into 2 years. Eagles can't do. Yeah, but why would the Eagles trade A.J. Brown? They're 4-2. They're 4-2. If they beat Minnesota, they're 5-2. They beat the Giants, they're 6-2. Why would you trade A.J. Brown? If you're going to do that, you do it at the end of the year. You trade A.J. Brown, you're worse than you were a year ago. It doesn't make any sense. The A.J. Brown trade stuff is crazy to me. Justin, thank you for super chat. You're wrong. Lions D is injured. Wait till they get healthy. Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying, but I don't see it happening. Their defense is still their defense. You can scorn them. Vigilant Tracker says teams have lost respect for the Birds, so they've underestimated the potential. All of that will play into the Eagles returning their winning ways. I agree. I like that. I like that outlook. Frank Wright sounds good right now, but if we were not going to fire Petula during the season, we should wait till he's available off season. Yeah, well, you can't. I don't want to fire him during the season. You're not going to replace him with an outside coordinator. So you got to wait till the off season anyways. Defense has more problems than you think. I don't know. I think they've got a lot of problems. Terrible against the run game. Tackling has not been great. Too many young players. I agree with all that. Tackling's been horrible. And I think that's one of the things Jahad Campbell's going to have to work on. And that's why we got to get Dean in there. I think Dean will help the run game a lot. But at the end of the day, to me, it all starts with, can you get pressure on the quarterback? Can you get pressure? And they can't do that right now with the edge. Why do we always need to bring in guys we had before? Move on and get something fresh like Kellen was. I'm okay with that. I in some ways prefer that. The only reason I like Reich is because Reich would not be gone after 1 year. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have him a couple years. That appeals to me. Philly loses 2 in a row and the sky's falling. Buffalo loses 2 in a row and it's basically crickets. Media needs to keep the same energy. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. There's too many people who want the Eagles to collapse, that are waiting for the Eagles to collapse. And that's the problem. Yeah, I say get Nakobe back in the lineup. Let's put Jahad Campbell at the edge, see what he does. I don't know if he can do it. I don't know if he can play edge as well, some people think. Let's see. Wright stinks. Why not Ertz, Kelsey, Graham, Hendricks, etc.? Frank Reich stinks? I don't think he stinks. I think he's a pretty good offensive coordinator. What do you mean? I think demoting Petula would be better. We'll have to lose play calling ability. Yeah, well, that's true. But I'm not opposed to Leftwich. I think the Eagles should have kept Sweat, Rodgers, and CJ. Yeah, out of all the guys they lost, who do you think was the biggest loss? Sweat, Williams, Isaiah Rodgers, or CJ? Who do you think? I think it was Josh Sweat. I think that's been our biggest loss so far. The key to us winning is on both sides. I agree. Deshae says Sweat. GEN says CJ. My edge guys would be Johnson, Campbell, and start Dean. You Patrick Johnson, you mean? Interesting. I think Bradley Chubb, man. They got to go get him. Mekhi Becton's another guy. Here's another guy that played in the Super Bowl, and he's banged up too. All these guys are banged up on the line from that year, last year. It's true. BG or CJ. Just like the Patriots, the Chiefs, Eagles are hated. Typical. True. Dean has made of glass. I can't argue. Sweat, the biggest loss on defense. All of them. Team lacks leadership. True. Becton was good. I think Sweat's the biggest loss. I think that edge rusher is killing us. CJ had the most timely interceptions. The crazy thing about CJ is you could get him right now. You could get him back right now. Like right now, you could bring him back. And then you could do what? I don't know. Put him at safety, put Makuba at slot, move Coop outside. I mean, you could do so much. And they just won't do it. For whatever reason, they don't want anything to do with him. Yeah, I'm losing my voice today. I don't know why. I don't feel sick. I just think it's just been a lot of streaming. When your head coach can't call plays, we're always going to lose good offensive coordinator. And Hurts can never get good chemistry. Yeah, we're always the ones losing offensive coordinators, though. How come other teams don't lose them? Like Kansas City never loses them. Well, they got Reed, but they still never lost them. It's always us. We always lose them. Nobody else. Not like us. There's not a starting caliber edge on our roster, all backups. I agree. Jalen Hunt has been really disappointing to me. Like, really disappointing. I agree with you. I hope you get better. Yeah, I'm not sick. I feel great. It's just losing my voice. It'll come back. It'll come back later. JJ Irvin says, Chubbs and Ward are the moves to be made. I like it. The difference between Patriots, Chiefs, and the Eagles is the refs. Help the Pats and the Chiefs. The refs and the NFL organizations are against the Eagles. We don't get the calls like they used to and still do. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I didn't really play well until last season. The Eagles invested in him heavily early on. Well, he played good 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he had double-digit sacks. The year we went to the Super Bowl and lost, I think he had like 10 or 11 sacks that year. He's been okay. He's been good before. He's having a big year this year, though. That's true. CJ probably gets too emotional or tries to undermine coaches, but I would rather deal with that than look like how we're looking. Yeah, I don't think that defense looks the way it did on Thursday with him. I don't think he allows it, to be honest. But it is what it is. They don't want him. It's obvious. They won't bring CJ back because Fangio will not put up with the nonsense. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they'll bring him back. We'll get Kellen Moore in about 3 years. We'll see. Do you think some of the young players who were on the Super Bowl team from last year, Hunt, are not giving their full effort? I thought Hunt played half-assed versus Denver. But I don't think, for the most part, I don't think guys are doing that. Like, Coop hasn't. But, I mean, it's worth looking. I could say Jalen Hunt in that Denver game half-assed it, for sure. I don't know if that was a one-time thing or not. He also dropped the interception early in that game against the Giants. That would have been a huge pick. Walker from Jacksonville. Jacksonville's winning. They're not going to trade him. They're winning. That's the problem. I like Denzel Ward. I would rather get an edge rusher, though. CJ got released right after he started beefing with Slay on Twitter. How he let them both go after that. Yeah. Don't bring BG back. He ain't coming back. He ain't ready. He ain't in football shape. It would be a waste of time. You got to go get somebody who's already on a roster somewhere else. Like Jermaine Johnson's a guy that comes up. I don't think the Giants would trade Kevon Thibodeau to us. Kid from New Orleans, Granderson. Who else am I missing? Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb. One of those guys is where they got to go. I don't know if Philly kind of bothered that Cooper Blankenship have a podcast. That never goes well at the situation with Micah. Well, I don't think Blankenship has played well. I think Cooper DeJean has played pretty good, though. We got CJ, went to the Super Bowl, got rid of CJ, tanked, brought him back, won a Super Bowl. Now look at us without him. I know, I can't help but think that, too. That crosses my mind, too. Coop missed tackles. What, last game? Everybody missed tackles last game. But for the most part, I think Cooper DeJean has been pretty good. We all thought the terrible passing numbers last year was because our run game was so good. And if we needed to pass, we could. Well, found out we were wrong. Maybe. I still think that they've passed the ball well at times when they wanted to. I think against the Giants, I just think that was a really bad game. And I think too many times they come out passing one half, then they try to go back into this shell, and then it just screws everything up. I still think they could pass the ball. but they're not. The designs aren't very good. The calls aren't very good, and then Hurts' missed throws. Texas got to have one of their edge rushers up for trade. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Since the Titans are hunting for #1 pick, let's get the players they're willing to part with. Yeah, I would be open to that. Wentz will throw for 300 plus yards and make the Eagles regret doing. Eagles didn't do him dirty. What do you mean? The Eagles never did Carson Wentz dirty. Carson Wentz bailed. Nick Sirianni was hired for Carson Wentz, and he bailed. He wanted a trade. He asked to be traded, and the Eagles gave it to him. Wentz did us dirty, not the other way around. I don't think the Eagles did him dirty at all. He did us dirty. Yeah, we can't get Myles Garrett. Last time Wentz played us, he lost. Yeah, I think he got sacked like 7 times or something like that. Hurts missed the throws are not big deal unless you criticize Allen, Mahomes, and Jackson as well. I don't care about them. I only care about Hurts, and I stick up for Hurts like 85% of the time. So when I criticize him, it's not nothing biased. It's just the truth. Breaking news. They fired Kevin Patullo. Wow. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I've been on too long. I've been on YouTube too long to fall for that one. Philadelphia as a whole did Wentz dirty. Starting from the Super Bowl win, people started treating Wentz bad. Nobody treated Wentz bad. There were people that wanted Foles, but I don't think anybody treated Wentz bad. They got rid of Foles because of Wentz. They gave Wentz a huge contract. I don't think Wentz was treated bad at all. I think Wentz was a baby. I think he got benched because he was playing bad. Hurts came in, and then they said, all right, you're going to compete for a starting job next year. And he's like, oh, I'm not competing. I want to trade. I don't think Wentz was treated dirty at all by the Eagles. I think Wentz was treated very, very well. So, yeah, I like Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, I think he would be good, especially for a few years. Yeah. Well, I respect your opinion. Crosby would be great. Yeah, but Crosby, they're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade him. It's a weird week in the NFL. All these no-name teams beat all the playoff caliber teams. Something is up. It was a break for us, though, really. Darren Sproles said Wentz only liked to throw to Ertz and nobody else. He also said Wentz wasn't happy when they won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, take that for what it is. I would love Max, but we would have to give up a lot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wentz was it's all hurts. That's what I think, too. I'm sorry. Wentz wasn't treated dirty, but we could have easily tried to get him true help. Well, that's true. I agree with that. They didn't get him help, and that was bad. But, I mean, I think they treated Wentz good. They gave him the big contract. And when he requested a trade, they traded him. I don't know. I think Wentz was treated really good. Yeah, Wentz definitely ain't mentally strong enough for Philly. That's why I felt bad for him. I see your perspective too, though. Yeah. I mean, look, I think Wentz should always be treated in high regard in Philly. He had an MVP year that helped us win Super Bowl. I'll never hate Wentz. But, man, I was upset that he didn't want to fight for that starting job. Like I thought he needed to come in and fight for that spot and earn the respect of his team. And he didn't. He wanted out. It's funny you mentioned that 500. Wentz would have had an edge in the quarterback competition, too. Though he gave up. I know. He would have. No question about it. Charles, thank you for the super chat. What about Arden Key? We can get him for low. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting name. I'd like to see what he's done this year, but yeah, that's a possibility. Be more. Thank you for the super chat. The Eagles did Wentz dirty by not getting him talent. All right, I can see that. Instead of they got him another quarterback. Now he's playing with JJ in Minnesota. It could have been both of them in Philly. Yeah, I guess if you want to say they didn't get him talent, that's fair. However, they tried, right? They drafted Devontae Smith in the hopes that Wentz was going to be there. It was Wentz who wanted to trade. So, yeah, maybe they did him dirty in that regard. But I think he was pretty well treated other than that. And that wasn't a personal thing. They've had this issue for years. They did the same thing with McNabb. You know, they didn't give him any talent. Brady's Wentz going to be out Sunday against us with a sore hangnail. Yeah, right. And thank you for that super chat. I guess if you want to say that they didn't get him talent and that did him dirty, I can't argue with that. You know, except for if you want to say, do you consider Alshon Jeffrey talent? Like, did the Eagles look at Alshon and say, like, oh, we thought we brought him in. He just didn't pan out. He just got old really quick. If Wentz had been playing the Super Bowl, he would have been a hero, or wouldn't he? Yeah, he would have. He would have. If we trade the Titans, let's get Snead. Yeah, Snead's not a bad guy to get. Who do they got? Who else wants to trade on the Titans? I mean, I don't even know. I'd have to look at their roster. And make sure you guys hit that like. I apologize about my voice. I don't know why it's going out today, but I apologize. Tomorrow, I won't. I'll stream tomorrow night, so we'll get a little rest. I would love Snead. You less we can get. Ward. Well, I like Ward. I really like Ward. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they'll do it. Deshaun Jackson, to me, is one of the... I think he may be the greatest deep threat in the history of the game. Just pure deep threat. Amazing talent, but, you know, he was limited to... Deshaun could be like 3 catches for 125 yards. But then you get games where he's got like 1 catch for 12 yards. You know, I think Devontae's more of a complete receiver. But I think Deshaun is the greatest, if one of the greatest deep threat football players ever to play. Who cares about your voice? You sound like Wolfman Jack. I like it. Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel sick at all. I don't feel anything. It just, you know, Jeffrey Simmons, defensive tackle. I don't know if they need another defensive tackle. Yeah, go for Chubb. I mean, what do you think it would cost for Chubb? He's 29. I'm thinking like a 4th round pick, something like that. Conditional 4th. I mean, we got plenty of firepower for that. Wentz was fragile physically and mentally. He was. Hurts is the guy that made his injury. I love Hurts. I do. Jerry Jones turns 99. Jerry Jones' birthday. It's always his birthday. What about the trade, sir? Which trade? We talked about a bunch of them. We could get Chubb for a 4th and Ward for 2nd. I mean, I would do that. I would do that in a second. But you got to get a pass rusher first. Chubb is finally healthy, and he's got 4 sacks on the year. No Vic Fangio system. Perfect for the Eagles. Can you get Chubb and Phillips? I mean, I don't think it's really happened before where you get 2 guys, but I guess technically you could. Mr. says, what do you think about Smith retiring? We needed him there. 6 games insensitive. It's weird, Philly. Yeah, I have my thoughts on, like, I have my questions about it. Like, why did he retire? Were they going to do something where he didn't want to do it? Did he see the locker room and where it's going and saying, I'm out of here, I don't want to deal with this? You wonder, you got to wonder. If he comes out of retirement next year to play one more year, you know something was up. That's the kind of voice we need in Eagles locker room right now, right? Think about Chubb and Nolan Smith, Q, Coop Ward, Dawn Bean, Campbell. Yeah, I mean, instantly, you're improved a lot. There's no doubt about it. Speaking of defensive tackles, what Robinson? Well, Robinson played for the first time last game, but I just don't think he's ready. I just think he needs a year to develop. You know, he might not have liked the scheme. Yeah, he retired because of matrimonial duties. Women weaken legs. That's what they say. Who's in the last year of the Giants' defensive line? Thibodeau. Kevon Thibodeau is, and he's probably not going to be back because they got Abdul Carter. So, yeah, it could be. 100% Smith was in a trade package he didn't like. He only wanted to play for a contender and the season too young to say we aren't contenders ourselves. Why do you think he was involved in a trade? I'm just curious. Where did that come from? Like where did that come from? Why did he? Why do people think he was going to get traded? They needed another defensive end with him. I don't think that he was going to get traded. I swallowed a big ass frog or something. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with it. It's just, I apologize. We don't need nobody from the Jets. Yeah, well, nobody want to trade for Smith. No. That theory came from the butt. I don't know where it came from. But I've heard that before. I think it's as simple as that Darius came expecting to play 15 to 20 snaps a game. And with all the injuries, they wanted him to play like 80%. He said, nah, I think you're right. I think that makes a lot of sense. Sounds like Elmer the 50, geez. Remember what happened? We got 0 from, yeah. Smith retired because he signed on to be a pass rusher with limited snaps, but not to drop back. And the best pass rusher we have because of injuries and the others not playing good. Yeah, I think there's probably some truth to that. Yeah, Chubb would be great. L. Campbell, thank you for the super chat. I think Lord Brunson has a point. Nobody seems interested in trading with Howie. Maybe because other teams don't want to see the Eagles succeed. I think they're also scared. He's right. Lord Brunson's right because they don't. You saw that in the draft. I think teams are afraid to get embarrassed by him. I think he's ripped off so many teams that teams are actually scared to trade with him. I really do. 500. You hear Eskin on Hurts not being the best quarterback on the Eagles and goes on to say that Hurts had a Jordan store open at Philly and none of his teammates showed up. I did. I heard it. The teammates showing up day after a game, I don't think is a big deal. As far as Hurts not being the best quarterback on the roster, that's hard for me to believe right now. I'm not saying McKee can't be good, but we've seen so little of him. I don't believe that. The thing about Eskin is this, and I like Eskin. I've been listening to him a long time when he was on WIP. He always takes the side of management and the front office, and that's it. The coaches over the players every time. Go back to Andy Reid. He always takes the coaches, the front office over the players. So it just doesn't surprise me that he would blame the players. The commissioner probably told teams not to make any deals with the Eagles. Yeah, right. We'd be fine up front once Jalen Carter Smith is back. We need a cornerback and a proven safety. CJ Gardner-Johnson begging to come back. Yeah, if I was CJ, I would be on the phone with Howie and the Eagles. I'd be like, just let me come back. I will not be a problem. Just give me one more chance. I would. How he letting Isaiah Rodgers go was beyond stupid. His clout diminished for that. Yeah, that was bad. That turned out to be really, really bad. Really bad. You know? No, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Just losing my voice. I'm not sick. Just been doing a lot of streams, a lot of talking lately. I just think it's catching up to my voice. I feel great, though, other than that. I feel good. Let me see here. The fans will literally start a GoFundMe to pay C.J. Gardner-Johnson's salary this season. It would be cheap. The Texans have to pay him. He's guaranteed money from them. So he can sign a minimum contract with the Eagles right now. Destroy Mark for me today, 500. Don't hold back. Tell his wife fat or something. What? You want me to go after his wife? I'm not going after nobody's wife. Come on, man. That's brutal. His wife is nice, man. I'm not going to go after anybody's wife. What do you think I am? Shit. What's he going to say? He lost to Carolina. Dak with the old. Dak. Oh, Dak is so great. Goes out, plays the Carolina. He's got great stats. But when he needs a drive to win the game, 3 and out. That's what Dak does. Philly Matt says 500. What do you think about Hurts limiting play calls because of size? Because he's too small to see over the line. I mean, Drew Brees had that problem, right? All they got to do is just got to take deeper drops. He'll be fine. I don't think it's a problem, How we didn't see Rodgers as a starter and wanted to pay him backup money. Howie was a problem picking quarterbacks because he sees Adoree as a starter and has for years. Howie has tried signing him. No, you're right. He hasn't done a good job with that in the past until Q and Coop. He really missed on corners. Isaiah Rodgers needed 1 year to kind of readjust back to the league. Now he's kicking ass. I agree. Nick, thank you for the super chat. We need to win. I can't handle 2023 again. It ain't 2023. We're going to win. We're going to win the next 2 games. I promise. We win the next 2 games. Logan, what's up, man? He goes, 500. What's up? You sound sick. I feel great. No, I feel great. Just losing my voice. That's all. No sweat. 500 to eat. This is the Eagles number. 1205 for the call us number. Eagles customer service. Leave comments. Tell them to hire a consultant, Doug Beard, and get it back. All right. Yeah, I'll call him. 500 Mark Holmes blocked me because I disagreed that Dak was one of the sexiest men alive. I bet he did. I don't think he would block you for that. He would probably bring you on his channel. How about let's get defensive tackle Simmons on the Titans and more Carter to edge? I wouldn't move Carter to edge. Dennis, thank you for a super chat. Hey, Philly, where did you get the Super Bowl flag behind you? I want one. Somebody, a viewer made it for me. It was made. So this is like 1 of 1, maybe 1 of 2. But yeah, that's where I got it. The defense without Jalen Carter in the lineup is half power. The injury to Q extremely worrisome. We need a second cornerback at defensive end badly. And then there's all problems we got to deal with. I agree. All problems, man. No doubt about it. No doubt. Cowboys, who they play? Oh, they're going to lose to Washington. They got to play Washington. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to root for Dallas. I don't know if I can, but it actually helps the Eagles. I'll be streaming that game. That'll be hard. That'll be hard to get over. Jonah, thank you for the super chat. He goes, get well, Philly Gilbert. Thank you. I feel great, though. It's just my voice. When I get off of here, I'm gonna go have a hot drink and see if I can't get it to come back before I go on Cilio's show. Mark timed me out because you said Dak choked after the Green Bay game. He timed you out because of what I said. We ain't going anywhere until team gets some competence in offense. And since Nick wants to cover his butt buddy, he can sink with the ship. No amount of trade's going to fix anything. You might be right about that. We're going to find out. We're going to find out Sunday. Because if they can't fix this, it's going to be a problem. If they get tie, I guess. I'm not rooting for Washington or Dallas. I hate them both. Yeah, just root for defense. Uh, 1:30, 4:30 Eastern. 4:30 Eastern. 4:30 Eastern time. That's when it starts. We got 425 people. We got 200. We need 10 more likes to get to 300. That's all. Just 10 more. Man. Hey, King, thank you for super chat. Mix honey and lemon juice 50. I will. I'm going to have some tea before I go back in. Stop, guys. We don't need to attack Mark. That's not what we do. No need to disrespect him, though. He's a Cowboys fan and thinks Dak is the best. He thinks Dak's the greatest ever. He thinks Dak is Brady-esque. He's got Dak as the MVP. First 2-win team ever to get MVP. Yeah, get them likes up. It's right. Designing rollouts. Thank me in the morning. Well, I would love that. Yeah. Drink a gallon of thick water. I got a big glass of water over here. Gargle with salt water. Yeah. You got to take better care of yourself. What are you going to do? There's nothing I can do about it. I got to do what I got to do. I got to stream. I got to work. I got to move. A lot of things going on. The Eagles have run 50% and passed 50% on defense. They have to not allow a lot of yards. Yeah. How about 2 ties for Dallas? Yeah, somebody said in the chat that only last time the team had 2 ties was in the 70s, 73 or something like that. That would be hilarious. Put some Vicks on your throat. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it the best I can. Pass when you show the run. Thank me later. I agree. I agree with that. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Keep defenses off. I would love to go against tendencies. I think they're going to come out and they're going to run a lot. The question is, will they be successful? Did you guys see they had the route trees the last game of Devontae Smith? And it was all pretty much the same routes. And then they showed Pickens of the Cowboys. And his was all over the place. It was a ton of different things. That's what we're talking about. The Eagles got to be less predictable. Final score: Dallas versus Washington, 88-88 tie. I'll definitely lose my voice that game. Jason, Philly, how did Howie allow this to happen, to have such a vanilla offseason? I think he was really focusing on 2026. I think he expected more from guys like Ringo, Jalix Hunt, Nolan Smith, and they haven't delivered. Yeah, I want Barkley to go up. Barkley needs a big, 150, 200-yard type game. He needs a big game. Xander, question, is that a route problem or are those the routes that Jalen likes? Well, that's my question today. I started this stream off with the question that I've been thinking about is, does Jalen Hurts like the offense that they're running? Does he want to run this offense? Does he like it? Is he backing it up? And is that why they're so slow to change it? Because you would think if he doesn't like it, they would change it quick. And if he does like it, then that's a problem. That's a big problem. If Jalen looks at it like, oh, the routes and the plays and the play calls are all fine, we're just not executing, I think you're going to have a big problem. No, I'm not sick at all. I feel good. Just losing my voice. Just been streaming a lot, I guess. Losing my voice. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna go on Sill's show, and I don't know. I might not do a video today this afternoon. I might just do one for the morning. People are still down. Jalen are just haters. Yeah, Jalen's fine. I mean, Jalen has bad games. He has his mistakes, but to me it's the offensive play calling. It's just bad. Yeah, the coaches don't listen. I think there's some truth to that. I do, but I would like to know. I would like to know how happy Hurts is with the system that they're running and what they're doing. That's what I want to know. Howie should know, of all the people, you can never take your off the gas, especially coming off a Super Bowl win. That's true. Happens to me sometimes this year. Perfect time. The voice is gone. Yeah, we streamed a lot this week. We did Thursday, did the game Saturday. We did stuff Monday. Yesterday I was streaming on Bird Gang 31 after. So, man, it's just a lot of stuff. It's all good. Mainstream media is a joke. They make up stories for clicks. A.J. Brown will be here until 2028 and longer. He's going nowhere. Billionaires don't care about reporting. Independent media is best. Yeah. Doesn't matter how he feels. If they don't trust Jalen calling the plays, his opinion on how the offensive coach does his job it clearly doesn't hold weight. That's a problem too, though, right? I mean, if your quarterback doesn't believe in what you're calling and isn't happy, I don't see that how that benefits you. You know, we'll see. You watched the stream last night. It was good. Thank you. Appreciate that. 500. Why are you talking like that? Like what? Like my voice? I just losing my voice. When they say it's going to look how Jalen wants it to look, I can't imagine he wants it to look like this. Yeah, I have a hard time believing that too. And then seeing the way he was talking and animated with Petullo on the sideline in that Rams game, I don't think this is what he wants either. You know? Yeah, puberty. Yeah. Well, I'm back. I'm back in puberty. What can I say? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Baldy knows how simplistic the offense is. And when you know what's coming, even worse teams can defend it. They won't listen to players because they would admit Petullo made a mistake, shades of 23. That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of. Warm salt water. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Because I'm going to head out now. I'm going to go rest my voice, drink something hot, and see if I can't get it back before I go on Sill's show later. But let me thank everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. I really apologize about the voice. It just started acting up this morning. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. We're streaming the football game. So I'll have a video tomorrow morning or tonight. I don't know if I'm going to do one tonight, so we'll see. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great, great day, and I will definitely talk to you guys later. With that said, peace. ProfitX is the ultimate sports prediction market. Dive into peer-to-peer plays. I don't know what happened to my stream here. Hold on. I don't know what happened to my outro. It's gone. I got to get my outro. We need Mark yelling and screaming. All right, so there you go. All right, all is good in the world now. I will talk to you guys later. Sorry about that. Peace.
Come on, guys. 2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time. Come on. Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over! Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott.
Trying to feed him
Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking it. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.